Hi everybody, I am back with another video. This article is Billy D and his gender fluid come out whatever, I don't know what it is. But anyway, Billy D Williams admits he doesn't know what gender fluid means. I don't know what it means. But wants everybody to know he's not gay. You gender fluid. You don't even know what that means. But one thing you do know, you're not gay. Okay. The legendary actor is clarifying his previous comments about being feminine as well as masculine. Okay, all of us is feminine as well as masculine. Women are 50% feminine, 50% masculine. When everything is balanced, you are what you're born. If you're born a female, then you are a female. Gender has nothing to do with the vessel that you were born in. So you say you gender fluid. Gender is male and female. There is no confusion as to what vessel you move around this earth in. You either move around in a female vessel or you move around in a male vessel. But everybody has both. Male has both feminine and masculine. Whatever you call it. I'll probably get to it in this article. But you know what I mean. Hollywood icon Billy D. Williams, in a recent interview with Esquire, revealed that he considers himself both masculine and feminine. And that is true. All 7 billion people on this planet is both feminine and masculine. We're both. His comment led readers to assume that he was describing himself as gender fluid. Did he say gender fluid out of his mouth? However, in his most recent interview, he clarified that he has no idea what the term means. He has no idea. So did he say he was gender fluid? You can't say you gender fluid and have no idea what a term means. I never tried to be anything except myself, the Star Wars star said in his initial interview. I think of myself as relatively colorful character who doesn't take himself or herself too seriously. You can either be whatever. You got issue with pronouns, whatever. I also see myself as feminine as well as masculine, which is what we both are. We are both feminine and masculine. Some male are more feminine than they are masculine, and some females are more masculine than they are feminine. But if you are balanced with the both, then you don't have a problem with who you are. Anyway, moving on. And look at this thing right here. I'm not even going to click on this thing here. Because this is, to me, it's just nonsense. Related. Gender fluid man becomes number 1 ally to all women by carrying temper. He ain't my ally. A gender fluid man. And I don't even know what gender fluid is. To me, gender fluid is you back and forth between two. I love her. Today I want to be with a woman. Next week I want to be with a man. I kind of get that from my Cynthia Bailey's daughter, Noelle. Because when she asked her, she like, okay, well, which one are you? She said, sometimes I want to be with a female, sometimes I want to be with a man. at the moment she feeling female. So she's gender fluid. To me, gender fluid is you want to have sex with both. With both. If you feeling a woman, you want to go with it. If you feeling a man, you want to go with it. That already been described as bisexual, meaning you have sex with both genders. I don't see the confusion in that, but I see the confusion in gender fluid because they're trying to confuse gender fluid with the fact that 7 billion people on this earth have both energies. I won't call it energy because for lack of a better word, they are masculine and feminine. Some male are more feminine than women, and some women are more masculine than men, based on their behavior and how they carry themselves. And you can tell just by looking at people. And then you have, anyway, in the wake of many commending the actor for opening up about the apparent coming out. This man said he don't even know what gender fluid is. He said he just like to be himself, but he feel like he's both, and he's right. He is both. Unless he say the word gender fluid out his mouth, then that where the confusion come in at. But I don't see where he said that at. Anyway, at 82 years old, Williams spoke with the undefeated. Okay, undisputed. Undisputed is Skip and Sharp, I don't know. And undefeated, I remember being that other girl that Trump got fired from ESPN. Okay, I couldn't think of it to save my life because I knew they were similar. Let me click on undefeated and see if that's her. I think undefeated is her. Okay, Billy D. Williams. What the hell is gender fluid? In an interview with the 82-year-old actor blew up the internet, but he says his remarks were misinterpreted. Yeah, it was misinterpreted. I need to hear how you say it to see how it became. Kelly Carter. Okay, Billy D. Williams Center, shown here, with Anthony Daniels of Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Took part in the Walt Disney Studios, okay? Early in the morning, I still y'all. I wake up pretty early around 3 something, 4 something, cause my daughter called me around 4 something in the morning. Said she was having a little bit of spotting blood, and the baby's supposed to come. It's supposed to come Thanksgiving Day no later than December. But the due date was set for January 29th, but we can tell by the way she looked and everything that she was not going to make it to no January. But anyway, she called me this morning, this while I'm still up. And therefore, I'm on my body slowing down, go back to sleep. I don't know why, because she going to wake me right up to tell me, Mommy, the baby coming, or they induced a labor, or whatever. I'm going to be all excited. But anyway, let me finish reading this article. He spent more than half a century in Hollywood, but Billy D. Williams was still surprised. The legendary actor, the essence of black masculinity, and a man that's totally black masculinity can also be part feminine. The thing is, he's in a male vessel, and he is more masculine than he is feminine. 7 billion humans on this earth. It's both feminine and masculine. It's just that Billy D. Williams, I guess in the 80s when I was listening to his beautiful songs, he was, to me, he seemed more masculine than feminine. I never thought, back then we just didn't know, a man is 100% masculine and a woman is 100% feminine. Where? Light just cut off. Anyway, TV cut off. So is female 100%, then I come to realize that is not the case. There's some femininity and some masculine in all male and female. Anyway, the legendary actor, the essence of black masculinity with his velvety, smooth, bedroom-ready voice, which carried over into a ambiguous Colt 45 malt liquor campaign in the 80s, gave an interview to Esquire magazine about his role as smuggler Lando Calrissian in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, which lands in theaters December 20th. That's why all this coming out. He coming out with this craziness. And while we thinking about him, and then we'll start putting him with the new Skywalker. Yeah, that's what it is about. In that interview, the 82-year-old actor said, and you see, I say himself and herself. Dude, you can only be a him or her. You can't be a himself and a herself. You can be both masculine and feminine. But to be a himself and a herself, so you want to be a him part of the time, and then you want to be a her some other time. That way the confusion come in at. And whoever told him to say that, because this man is 82 years old, and whoever told this man, explaining this man how to get this new Skywalker movie that's going to be in The Rise of Skywalker, that's going to be in theaters December 20th, which is what, about 12 days from now? I don't know. So, that's what this is about. I knew it had been something. What 82-year-old man know anything about that? Himself and herself. Who the word he was talking to? Alright. He says, I'm a very soft person, okay? I'm not afraid to show that side of myself. Exactly. That's not... He's 82 years old. He's from the solid generation, because I think my mama just turned 80. She born 40. I think she just turned 79. She turned 79 this year. Billy D. Williams is 82. So, like my mother, he's the solid generation. And the solid generation don't know anything about what's going on here. Back then, when we were coming along, we were being raised by the solid generations. We speak about men having a soft side. If you are hard all the time, that poses a problem. You have to be a little soft, but for some reason, people over the years took a softer side as being a woman that don't want a woman. Okay. Moving on. Media outlets. So many media outlets picked that quote up and ran with it. This man has been briefed. Briefed is when you do something like that. This man has been schooled to say that people pick up that quote and ran. Of course, they picked the quote up and ran with it. You was coached, educated, schooled, whatever, by the younger generation that this is how you gonna get attention to your movie. Cause I wanna know about no Billy D. Williams and no Skywalker movie had this not come up. Because I don't watch TV. People, okay, Williams, they reported it's gender fluid. They reported he gender fluid. Wait a minute. Again, did he say he was gender fluid? In the other article, he said he don't even know what gender fluid is. So Williams, they reported it's gender fluid. They didn't say he said, even though he could have said it. I don't know. People praise him. Oh, how they praise him. Thing is, William has no idea what that means. Think about it. So that means he never reported he was gender fluid because he had no idea what it is. So who said he was gender fluid? The man said he has a soft side. And I'm pretty sure when he said soft side, he had to been schooled that they was going to take that soft side and turn it in and say, oh, the soft side of a man is gender fluid. Trying to confuse everybody. I refuse to be confused. People should read Jug. I mean, it would be an interesting education for a lot of people. Never heard of Jug. Yeah, you're trying to put stuff in people's head. I got better things to do than to be looking up new terminology for people who trying to identify other than what they were born to be, which is male or female vessel, the spark of God, lives in, like the scriptures say, your body is the temple of God, and where God resides in you. So the God that resides in the temple, the female vessel and the male vessel, the God that resides in the female vessel and the male vessel, balanced out with masculine and feminine energies, lack of a better word. All of a sudden, if the rough side balances out and uses the soft side, it becomes confusion, and vice versa. Okay. It was misunderstood, he says, but what I was talking about was about men getting in touch with their softer side of themselves. Yes, the softer side of themselves is exactly that. The softer side is the feminine side. It does not make him less of the masculine man. If we look at it, now he's in a male body. He's in a male body. 50% masculine, 50% feminine. Now, according to his behaviors and personality, he is more masculine than feminine. But every once in a while, he wants to go back down and get in touch with his feminine side. He said nothing about sex. Masculinity and femininity has nothing to do with sexual preferences and choices. Anyway, but what I was talking about was about men getting in touch with the source. I read that. There's a phrase that was coined by Carl G. Jug, who was a psychiatrist, who was a contemporary of Sigmund Freud, and they had a splitting of the ways because they had different ideas about the, what do you call it? Consciousness. Unconsciousness. So I've been doing my research and I fully understand what consciousness and unconsciousness mean. And as for me, I was born unconscious. I was born conscious. I was born aware. And my awareness was when something wasn't right. I could sense something wasn't right. So I was also born sixth sense. I got the five senses, which is consciousness. And I have the sixth sense, which is unconsciousness. So I'm aware of my unconscious. Even though I didn't know what to do with it, I didn't understand it, I was aware of it. Now that I understand it and aware of it, now, intuitively, I'm learning how to know it and walk my path in life and do what I'm here to and do what I came here to do. Yeah, still figuring that out. But for the most part, I know why I'm here and what my mission is. It's collective unconsciousness. But he coined a phrase that's anema, anemas. Never heard of these words. And anema means that is the female counterpart of the male self. Okay. And the anemas is the male counterpart of the female. Okay, that makes sense. That completely resonates. Because on my spiritual path, I understand that as a female, I have both qualities. The male and the masculine and the feminine part. Which he says is consciousness. A lot of times we are not conscious. Like I said, as a female, we may not be conscious of our male part. Our male, what this guy called, anemas. We're not conscious of it. I'm conscious of it now. But I was always aware. Conceptually aware, which is what I'm learning. It's a new word that I'm learning. Conceptual thinkers, which is the babies that are being born now, are coming into the world as conceptual thinkers. Basically meaning they understand when something they may not know what's right, but they understand when something is not right. They come into the world instinctively knowing something is not right. Basically, so I came into the world knowing when certain things aren't right. And I would get terrified and go run and tell Mama what they said. Oh, it's this and that, it'd be whatever. My mom would watch me when I was a child, and I'm glad she did. When I come running to her, she would tell me whatever. So, anyway. Being a conceptual person, I grew up with no friends, not being able to talk to people avoiding me not knowing why. Now I know why. And that's why I'm here, 59 years later. And understanding why my childhood, teenage years, then teenage years, adult years, married years, now in the senior years. I understand it. In a way, I understand. I started understanding at 57. Okay. Yes, 57. Anyway, let's move it on. That makes absolute sense. Because, see, this is what he's saying. Okay, because, see, this here is not confusing. That gender fluid thing is confusing. Because, to me, gender fluid means the female in a female body, and I'm not using female body because I'm a female. In a female body, the more on a percentage level, feminine wants to be with a woman. And the male part that may be less than the feminine part moves up percentage, I guess past the feminine part, and wants to be with a man. Like I say, makes absolutely no sense. Gender fluid. I'm glad I'm not confused about who I am. I just cannot imagine living completely confused about who I am. But some say they're not confused. They know who they are mentally and inside. I want to know who I am consciously and unconsciously. I want to know who I am. Back up to these new words. But conscious and unconscious are two words that I'm familiar with. But like he said, it's collective unconsciousness. Which is that's the part, collective unconsciousness. I'm absolutely sure because that's a new term. But he coined the phrase anema and anemos. And anemos means female counterpart is male self. And anemos, male counterpart of the female. Anyway. Like I say, how confusing it is. All these new words put in my head, but there are no coincidences in life. So I came across this article for a particular reason. I may not know at the moment, but I will know. So that's what I was referring to. So this is really decent. This is what I was referring to. He understood that back then. I didn't understand it. But then again, he's a solid generation. I'm the young baby boomer. The last 5 years of the baby boomer. So he always understood it. But when he put that out there, they reported he was gender fluid. And he's talking about what the heck is gender fluid. I'm with you, Billy D, whatever your name. Williams said he was a bit shocked to set the headlines. I don't know if he's shocked because he had to know whoever told him to put them. Well, I don't know, maybe not. And the praise that came along with how some people reacted to the Esquire interview. No, I'm not gay by any stretch of the imagination. And they got it out here talking about these. What the thing was on? They talking about these old ladies from the 80s or whatever, 70s or whatever. They're gonna be shocked what they Billy D. Williams is gay. Come on now. That's why I read his article. Because I never sense anything gay coming out that man. He do have a feminine part because he's cute. The man is fine as heck. Whew, back then, I was a teenager. Billy D. Williams was fine. I love that voice. Don't cross my mind that man is gay. And because he come out, now even back then we understand the soft part of a man. We want to see the soft part. We baby boomers and solid generation understand that. So I don't know what the Gen Xers and the millennials talking about. So, not that I have anything against gay people. Exactly. I have nothing against gay people. But personally, not gay, he said. Williams made a common mistake in attaching gender fluidity to sex. How did Williams do that? Did he say he was gender fluid? I need to hear what he said he was gender fluid. He made a common mistake in attaching gender fluidity to sexual orientation. How did he do that? Gender fluidity refers to people who do not identify themselves as having a fixed gender. Your body says what your gender is. If you in a female body with female hormones pumping through your veins, then you are the gender female. If you in a male body, what is theirs? Women is hormones, men is the testosterone. If you're in a male body and you have testosterone running through your body, you got some hormones, just like females got some testosterone, just that little part which makes up that anema and anemos self part of male and female. If you got that, that's one thing. But you identify as you do not identify as having a fixed gender. Gender has nothing to do with feminine and masculinity. That way it get confusing at. Even I understand that. And I just started researching and understanding this year. And I've done my research and whatever like this right here is also adding to the information, the knowledge that I'm getting. So, he He made a common mistake. I don't see where Billy D. Williams made a common mistake nowhere. Did he attach gender fluidity? Did he even say he was gender fluid? He said he don't know what the heck it is. How can you say I'm gender fluid and at the same time say I don't know what the heck it is? And then gonna say with sexual orientation. Sexual orientation? The man said he's not gay. He never said he had a sexual orientation. He said I'm not gay. He don't have a problem with gay people, but I'm not gay. He didn't say nothing about sexual orientation. Non-gay people, non-LGBT people don't identify themselves sexual, don't identify their sex life as, don't identify themselves as sexual preference, orientation. We don't identify ourselves that way. I'm a male, and I prefer to have sex with men. My husband, did I say that right? I'm a female, in case I did. I'm a female, and I prefer to have sex with men. I'm not confused with that. My husband is a male, and he prefer to have sex with women. He's not confused with that. So where the confusion come in at? Gender orientation? From the beginning or whatever time, the only way to bring life into this earth is for female to have sex with a man. That's the way it been for centuries. So where the confusion at? The confusion come in when you start talking about this. And I'm not confused about me, who I am. I'm learning about me as a female having both. But I don't know if Freud said that. I don't know which one said it. Like he said, they split because they had a difference of opinion. I might have to look into Freud. Because I heard of Sigmund Freud, Carl G. Jung. I never heard of Jung. So he said look into Jung. Never heard of Jung. Who was a psychiatrist. Who was a contemporary of Sigmund Freud. And they had a splitting of the ways because they had different ideas about what do you call it then? Consciousness, unconscious. It's collective unconscious. Okay. Anyway, but he coined a phrase. So who coined the phrase? You don't see who coined the phrase. That way it's weird. See, I don't need your people to be more precise. I don't know who coined what. I guess Jung coined it. He coined the phrase. So I'm just looking at Jung. Because I heard of Sigmund Freud. I ain't did no research on him and know a lot about him except that I heard of him. Anyway. William says he identifies as a man. Exactly. A very cute man. Exactly how we women, the baby boomers and the solid generations as itself saw him as a cute man. He says with a chuckle. But that's how most of his fans still view him. Exactly, I'm his fan. And Lando Calrissian, the character he brought to life nearly 40 years ago in the original Star Wars trilogy. I know all about Star Wars, but I didn't watch TV, so I only see, I go to people's house, I see Star Wars or something like that. But to sit down and me watch TV, no. But I know all about it. Anyway. Williams stated how the role first came to him after, that's what I said earlier. This right here is bringing attention so he can get to talk about Star Wars because like his fans still see him as a man. A cute man, a very cute man. He is exactly right about that because that's how we see him. But now he brought that up, which is what we relate to, what resonates with us. Baby boomers and solid generation as itself. As a man, a very cute man. Now he talks about this when it got started back then and the fact that it's come back at now. That's what he's doing. I know what he's doing. So I don't think it's a bad thing. He get to explain who he is while these people get all confused about what he's saying. But I'm not confused. William shared. I didn't know. I didn't realize that Nemo some of that back then. I didn't understand that, but apparently he did. William shared how the role first came to him after Melting Hearts with roles of Lady Sings the Blues. Yes, 1972. I was 12 years old. And Mahogany in 1975. I was 15 years old. So I graduated. I was 12 years old in 75 because I graduated 79. I remember Lady Sings the Blues. I remember Mahogany. I remember all of these, even though I listened to the radio because I didn't watch TV. So that's how I remember these. Didn't even know what Billy Dee Williams looked like. I graduated 79, so in the 80s I moved to Pennsylvania for a year. And I was listening to Billy Dee Williams all the time with that beautiful voice. So I was probably like, I was 18. So I turned 21 in Pennsylvania. Yeah, so knew what he looked like on an album. Didn't watch TV, but I knew that voice. Lovely voice. Williams was a certified Hollywood heartthrob. He was. I was 20 and 21. I remember it like yesterday. Okay, I read that already. He was the Dark Gable. He was a Dark Gable. And the black folks crave. He was the Dark Gable that black folks crave, huh? Why he gotta be a Dark Gable? Who the H is Gable? I don't agree with that. And need it. We didn't need nothing. He was just a black man. A very cute black man with a gorgeous, charismatic voice. He could sing. Yes. Oh, you talking about Dark? You talking about Clark Gable? I don't know. He was the Dark Gable. That makes absolutely no sense of black folks. No. I don't know about no Dark Gable. He was the Billy Dee Williams of black people. Of black folks. The black folks crave. Yes, we crave the Billy Dee Williams. I can say that. I was in Pennsylvania. I listened to Billy Dee Williams music all the time on the radio. It come on 2 or 3 times a day, all day long. Because radio played segments back then. Yes, he was a heartthrob. Yeah. I don't know if I craved him, but he was a heartthrob. Oh, I love to hear his voice. Yeah, Dad, I ain't know about no darn crave. I was a virgin back then and wasn't even thinking about being with no man. So Craig, I never thought of him in that way. When you say Craig, like these your groupies, whatever, get pregnant. Nah, I was never that. Men wanted to be with him. Women wanted him. Men wanted to be with him. I didn't want him. I thought he was the finest man ever. Yes, I thought he was the cutest man ever. But I never wanted him. And men wanted to be with him. I guess because that... wow. I don't understand. See, that where the confusion come at men wanting to be with him. I guess a man that is 75% feminine and 25% masculine. And I guess that 75% feminine part of a man wanted Billy Dee Williams. That kind of makes some sense to me. But then when you go into this gender fluid and get in sexual orientation, that when it gets confusing. Anyway, so that makes sense to me. Irvin Kershner, who directed The Empire Strikes Back, I remember that, summoned Williams for what the actor recalls as an unusual meeting. Yeah, because they want him to come back. Yeah, okay. It was unusual because I was asked to play the character, and generally, actors have to go to somebody's office and sit and sweat out those little moments of whether they're acceptable or not, he said. Herb Kreshner came to my house, and we sat and talked about Eastern philosophy. I'm a philosopher. I'm an analytical thinker. I'm a lot of things. According to my birth chart, I was born a philosopher and an analytical thinker and some other things. And a little bit of European Western philosophy, and we had a pretty good rapport. He liked me, and I liked him, and that's pretty much how the whole thing happened. Yep, this man is old and still fine. My heart throbbing now. Boom, boom. Soon as he look at him, I got that heart throb. Sexually, want to be with him? No, not like that. Not like that. The only way that I was thinking about it, someone was to put it in my head. And then if y'all don't get that hug, I'm like, okay, hug. I don't even think about that. No. Billy D. Williams says, I asked Williams. Billy D. Williams didn't say that. I like him, and that's pretty much how the whole thing happened. I asked Williams why he thought, I guess this is the interview, Kreshner wanted him for the role. He chuckled and said, he told me because I was cute. Okay, now I get it. And lovely. And charming, which he definitely was. He was cute and charming. I don't know about the lovely part, but cute, charming, and all of those good things. And all of those things were needed to portray Lando Calrissian. He's an interesting character, Williams said. I think he's bigger than life. I think people like rogues, charming rogues in particular, and I didn't really watch Star Wars, so I never got the essence of Star Wars because I didn't watch TV, so I didn't sit down and pay attention to it. If I'm at somebody's house and they got it on, especially my mother's house, Star Wars thing on every one night, I'm sitting there watching it. I ain't getting nothing out of it because I'm either writing a poem or trying to pay attention to what my kids doing. I think he's bigger than life. And I think that certainly he has those qualities. He's a bit dubious, which always makes the character a little bit more interesting, but he's honorable at the same time. Okay? We don't know much about what to expect in this chapter of the Star Wars series. Williams hasn't seen it yet, but it's expected to be one of the biggest films of 2019 and 2020. It's expected. Okay. I just hope people will like it. I don't even hope. I know that people are really going to enjoy it. I don't know if I will, because I don't watch TV like that. I haven't watched Star Wars back then. I like Billy D. Williams for his music, his cute face, and his music. It's a Star Wars thing. I didn't watch it. I really didn't know who was Star Wars person. I heard it was Billy D. Williams, but but did I pay attention? Just like Will Smith and all of those playing these different super characters, whatever you call these particular superhero people. I know who they are playing it because it's present day. Back then I didn't watch TV, so I didn't know who was playing what, even though I kind of knew. You know how back then I knew it was Billy D. Williams, but because I didn't watch it, it's not something that I carry with me. Well, anyway, he said, Besides all the adventure, there's a lot of very sensitive moments in this whole experience. So I think that the people are going to be deeply touched, as well as being highly entertained. Now, those who love Billy D. Williams and the Star Wars back in 72 and 75, I'm pretty sure, as he says, and he says he don't hope, he know they're gonna like it, and I'm pretty sure he's right about that. The Empire Strikes Back summoned him. So when did the Empire Strikes Back come? I don't know. I heard him. Now my husband tell you all about this because he watch all of this, so he can tell you all about Star Wars and all of that. But anyway, that's a Black Pixie Dust moment on Billy D. Williams, the cutest, charismatic man of the 70s. So this man is like so he is 23 years older than me. Anyway, I will see you on the next video. Bye.